All right. Where do we go? Where do we go? Okay, Bill. Really want to thank you for the podcast. It has helped me tremendously in getting through one of the hardest times of my life. Well, thank you very much. I won't drag it out too much, but basically, my wife and I had a daughter, and 2 years later, we ended up with triplets too. Wow, it was brutally hard. Yeah, dude. You know what sucks when you get the triplets? It not only is it brutally hard, but it's not quite hard enough to make the fucking local news and have people send you money for your fucking health insurance. You know? What is that magic number? It's got to be at least four, if not five. And then people give a shit. But if you have eight, they resent you. Okay. I discovered I get panic and anxiety attacks from the sound of the baby screaming. And the worries of four little kids gives me 3 day long anxiety attacks over the smallest things. I slipped into a serious depression for about a year. The market destroyed our savings. Jesus Christ, dude. This sounds like the beginning of one of those fucking sad basic cable movies. Soon after the triplets' second birthday, during Father's Day weekend in early summer, the wife tells me she isn't really in love with me anymore. Father's Day weekend, she says that. What the fuck? She also has taken off her wedding ring just to see if I would notice. Well, I didn't. I was a bit more worried about surviving each day with four kids screaming all day, screaming all day long and living on 4 hours of sleep for the previous 2 years. Yeah, that's that classic woman thing where they don't say what's on their mind. Is they send you what they say. They send signals. And all these fucking dumb cunts who host these shows on TV, what do they say? Yeah, women send signals all the time and guys don't see them. Why are you sending signals? Are you fucking mute? Say what the problem is. Stop sitting over in the corner of the living room fucking flashing a flashlight at me. Like I know Morse code or whatever the fuck that is. What is that called when the Navy ships would do the light thing? Is that Morse code with the light? I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm not happy in my marriage, so you fucking slide your ring off. You know what I mean? I barely notice when you get a fucking haircut. I got four fucking babies over here. You fucking... Ugh. Thank God I'm not married. Thank God. Thank God. Okay, let's plow ahead here. All right. So I take the warning seriously, and I get my ass in gear. Okay, now in defense of her, if you were like really, going through a depression and shutting down, I don't know if you weren't helping with the kids, that would also put some tension on it. See, look at me, trying to be a little fair and balanced, just like Fox News. So I take the warning seriously and I get my ass in gear. I needed that shake up since wallowing in depression is easy, but getting out of it is very tough. Taking on depression and anxiety to save my marriage of 10 years and keep my family together was what made me take it seriously and succeeded. I worked hard all summer to get my life back in order. I was doing much better. On September 11th, great day, I know, she tells me she went on a date. She had serious feelings for the guy. She had been seeing him for a while. They worked together at school. Rather than get mad or freak out, my first words were, I forgive you, since all I wanted was to save my kids from divorced parents. The first 2 years with the triplets were rough on her too, so I tried to be understanding. All right, so you're being a good guy here. All right, I wanted to live with my kids more than anything, even if it was killing me because of the stress. She agreed to go to counseling and try to fix things. All right, so they go to a marriage counselor. But he says, all for naught. She never wanted to fix things. She was still seeing the guy the whole time we were fixing things, in air quotes. And she just wanted to be able to say she did what she could before divorcing me. It was all just to ease her conscience 2 weeks after our 11th anniversary in February. I get it. It's over. Since she's never coming back to me, we talked about it. And she admitted she was going to request a trial separation in the spring anyway. On September 11th, yes, again, 1 year to the day, the divorce was final. I'll be drinking heavily that day, the rest of my life, you can be sure. Now I get calls from the kids bawling their eyes out. Sorry, everybody, I know this is bumming you out. bawling their eyes out because they miss me and want to live with me, and why won't I move back? Jesus Christ, what a phone call. All right, the triplets are about to turn 4, and the older child is about to turn 6. I would love to tell them, I can't move back because your mom is a lying, cheating, skank whore. And she left me for that guy, Kevin, who comes over now, who's 10 years younger than her, who also teaches at her school. But she is a good mom to them, and I don't want them to hate her mother. I'll do the hating. See, this guy's a good guy, and I bet a lot of women will listen to this shit. You know, right off the bat, they women stick together. I don't know why they do that. They would, when he called her a lying, cheating skank whore, I bet a good 30% of the women who listened to that were actually like, well, the reason why she did it was because you were in a depression, you were helping the kids. That's why she went out and sucked another cock. Yeah, let that roll around your feminine brain for half a fucking second. You like how I create arguments? For all I know, 100% of women are agreeing with me on this one. Anyways, let's plow ahead here. Now I would like to thank you for all your comedy. I discovered your podcast soon after I moved out, and every one of them has made my computer work better. You've eased my anxiety. All right, let's get to underrated. I do, and I appreciate all the compliments, but it's just weird for me to sit here reading what a great fucking dude I am. Let me tell you why you're awesome, Bill. I don't want to read these people. They just send them to me, and I'm doing it for the fans. Anyways, he says, what the fuck is it? Now, for the not-so-mushy part. Good, we got past all the compliments. Please rip my cold and distant ex-wife a new one. Could you just call her a cunt one time on your show for me? Yeah, I could do that, but I really think it goes without saying. You know what I mean? Put it this way. If they made a 2010 cunt calendar, she would be January, to kick it off. Just to kick it off, let you know what you were in store for. There you go. All right, here we go. All right, Bill, one of my best friends has been going to church for years, and previously it has never bothered me at all. Oh, Jesus. I grew up Catholic, and like so many Catholics, I got raped. No, kidding. I no longer attend church, but it doesn't bother me in the least if someone else wants to go. This guy is the exact mindset that I am, except I make fun of people who go to church a little bit. A few months ago, my friend started asking me if I would like to go to church with him. Gay. I politely declared that's a gay thing to do, and I don't mean.
How is it gay to ask someone to go to church with you?
Because you're both going to be wearing sweaters. You're going to be singing songs.
You are the most ridiculous person.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You're going to sit there and sing with your fucking friend wearing a sweater? And then the priest up there, who God knows what he did, is going to be like, he had a beard and some long hair and he cured a leper. None of you guys can do that, so you better give us some money. Hallelujah. Yeah?
You are not making fun of Mass right now. Is nothing sacred to you? It's nothing sacred.
There are some things that are sacred.
Like what?
None of that horse shit. That oogly boogly.
It's not oogly boogly. It's a hymn. Well, it's like a call and response.
I'll tell you what's sacred. I'll tell you what's fucking sacred. You asked a question. Now you're getting the answer, toots. I'll tell you what's sacred. What's sacred is how you go out in the playoffs. The Celtics went out with heart. We still lost our fucking... We still got our asses kicked. We still got our asses kicked. We still got our asses kicked. All right? But there was no quitting that team. All right?
Okay.
That's fucking sacred. What's sacrilegious is what the fucking Lakers did. And I'm not disrespecting the franchise. I'm saying what the couple of those, and it wasn't all of them. It was really what Bynum did. I didn't think what Odom did was bad.
All right, can you just finish reading the question?
Jesus Christ! Really? All of a sudden you're dictating it? You ask me why. So he wants to go to church with me, with him. I repeat, gay. I politely decline. Dude, I'm not doing that shit.
Stop filling in the blanks with your own commentary.
Why?
That's not a part of the letter because you're presenting it in a biased fashion. Just read it and then give your opinion.
You see this shit? Isn't this a classic fucking broad? It's like, I've been doing this shit for 4 years and you're telling me how to run it. Yeah, you have no idea how many moron guys are going to send in hate mail because of that. Not because you're a jerk, because some other...
Well, they're morons, so I don't give a shit.
Jesus, this fucking elitist attitude. Since then, my friend has told me he feels it's his mission to spread the word of God.
Stop saying it like that.
Hallelujah. And continues to ask me to go. They got him. He drank the fucking Kool-Aid. Now he's a zombie. And as time passes, he's getting more aggressive with his sales pitch. That means he's probably reaching out and, like, touching his hand. What started off with him just slipping it into casual conversation has now led me to receiving text messages that say the following. This means more to you. This means more to me than you know. God has poured out love to me, and he is reaching out to you also. Ignore if you must, but there is a lot at stake here.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
That's a little intense.
Yeah, he's buying into that. Jesus is coming back, and this time he's not fucking around.
This time it's personal.
Yeah.
So
he's buying into the rapture.
Yes, I get it.
That this hippie is going to come back on a stegosaurus and just start killing people. Killing people. What they say is fucking wrong. He's going to come back, wrath, one of the deadly sins. Judgment is mine, saith the Lord. He's the son. He's the Donald Trump. He's got a comb over at this point, coming out of heaven. He didn't make that money. He didn't make the fucking world. He's just a loud jackass. Hey, fuck, whatever. Cast me into the fucking pits. I don't give a shit. You think I want to hang out with you in heaven forever? Just going, isn't this awesome? Yeah, it is awesome.
Can you please finish the letter?
All right. What started off... Okay, so here we go. To this, I replied, honestly, if it's my choice, I don't want to go. Please stop asking me about it. I don't know how many more ways I can request that. There you go, okay? He responded with, I'll hold off, but know this. God loves you and will not quit if I do. Mm-hmm. Okay, well then, there's no reason to hit me 2 times. Let's just let God do it, all right? Anyways, here comes my question, Bill. Why does this fucking piss me off so much? Why do these cults do? What do these cults do to these people? He's involved with a church that people do joke around with and call a cult. What would you do if you were me? At this point, I don't even want to talk to this guy because these conversations are infuriating me. Yeah, I would cut this guy out of your life.
It's annoying.
That's
why you feel that way.
No, but this is his friend.
Really annoying.
But this is his friend. This is his friend, and he wants to get him out of the cult. So the thing is if you go to him and you try to get him out of it, you're just going to drive him further into it. So what you do is just stop being friends with him. And hope that'll help because they're not going to go out of that. He's not going to leave it if you ask him to leave it.
Yeah, I don't know. You never know. But yeah, he needs to just cut him out because you can't unless he wants to spend the rest of his time with this guy debating Catholicism or whatever, which I'm sure he doesn't want to do. Then yeah, he should just cut him off.
Personally, I would still hang out with him.
You would just so you could get into debates with him?
No, and I would just do unbelievably satanic and annoying shit.
That's a good idea.
I would.
Maybe you should do that.
I would always have shout at the devil playing, or maybe just that beginning cheesy thing.
You should invite him into a restaurant and it turns out to be like a strip club and see what he does. Yeah,
but you're going to see the titties on the outside. Gentleman's club.
That's true.
No, I wouldn't do that shit. I would hang out with him and I would keep saying that I want to get involved in the church and I would keep going to events. And as they were going, I just feel so filled up with God's love, I would then be like, you want to talk about filled up? I fucking jerked off into this chick's mouth last night. I'm telling you.
William Burr.
She had a big bass mouth. And I don't know, maybe it was a couple days since the last time I fucking, let him loose. But right up to the brim. She was a champion. She swallowed. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
This is why you're going to hell.
Oh, why don't you pray for me?
I will.
All right, really gay question. Bill, I'm a gay guy and a fan who never has any problem downloading your podcast. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'd send you a free fucking DVD if you gave me your fucking address. Amount of you cunts who just can't. What's with the podcast? I can't download it. What is with you? It's not me. My website is fine. It's never crashed. Anyways, you say, I mentioned that because in the comments every week, your listeners seem to think there is some correlation between not being able to download it and being a fag. First, they're actually quoting one of my jokes, if you haven't seen the joke, okay? If you think I have a bunch of homophobes. I did this bit called, What Are You a Fag? And it had to do with, it was actually anti-homophobia. Although some gay people, the second they hear fag, they stand up and yell homophobe and run out of the room. I call that story Seattle. Anyways, first, this email isn't meant at all to get you to censor or to be PC. I like your stuff a lot. Your point of view is hilariously balls out and usually different from the same old comedy cliches. But I'm curious, with all the hundreds of things you and your listeners identify as gay, do you really still think most gay guys are the old stereotypes on most sitcoms and in Leno's monologue jokes? Oh, Jesus. You going to talk down to me, sir? Is that what it is? Is that what you're going to do here? Yeah, I think that. I think you all go like, the food is here. Don't you guys sing everything? Really? Really? Of course I don't think that. It's just funny. And not to mention, when we say stuff is gay, it has nothing to do with homosexuality. Okay? When you say, you like this lamp? No, it's fucking gay. Why is it gay? Look at it. It's gay. All right? It just means it's lame. You know what it is? It just gives you that, anything that gives you that feeling of, it's not love. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what the word is. What is that fucking word when you're just, when you're just sitting there, your girl, like you take a night off from work, and you're sitting there with your girl, and you rent a video, whatever the fuck you do now. Snap your fingers and it appears on your TV. I'm so fucking far behind. I can't even use an iPad. I don't know what you kids do nowadays. Back in the day, you went to a fucking video store, all right, and pretended to want to watch a fucking romantic comedy when you really wanted to walk through those saloon doors and look at the porno, right? That fucking feeling when you come home and you're sitting there and you've made some food. And your girl gets all excited and is like, isn't it nice? It's just us, just us, just enjoying each other. Whatever that fucking feeling is, that's gay. Okay? But I don't know what to call that fucking feeling. To me, that's gay. All right? And every once in a while, I'll look like a fucking chair or a lamp or someone asks me to do something and I get that same feeling. I'm like, that's fucking gay. I don't want to do it. It has nothing to do with gay people. All right? So don't get sensitive on me, sir. I know you're not. I know this person's not being a dick. So anyways, he says, do you guys think we're all the gay guys in the old stereotypes of the sitcoms or in Leno's monologues? Is it because the ladies make you watch Dopra and the View hags who just love having gay guy girlfriends because they love emasculating men any friggin' way they can? Oh, I get this guy. This guy's a bear. He's one of those gay guys, the kind of guy you're hanging out with on the construction site. Somebody picks on you, right? And this guy comes to your rescue, fucking turns them all into a pretzel, And you're like, Jesus Christ, that's a fucking guy's guy. And then all of a sudden he just sits down and just something about the way he's crossing his legs. You're like, what the fuck is with this dude? All right. And then one day he just says, listen, I got something to tell you. I see what you're saying. I get it. That's like me being a German-Irish guy. And I'm like, we're not all Nazis and drunks. But, if you put on the History Channel or if you go out on St. Patty's Day, you're defined by the worst of your group, unfortunately. That's kind of how it works. But no, I obviously don't think people are like that. I saw Will and Grace. Didn't they have both ends of the spectrum? Will was sort of like, just a regular guy. And then the other guy was just like, oh, my God, right? singing my lines. No, I didn't. I thought that guy was actually good. Right? Why do I answer these fucking questions? You know, all it does is just expose how fucking stupid I am. So anyways, he says, so do you still think after seeing the gay soldiers in the news and the boring, normal gay marriage activists? Dude, I don't think that. Nobody thinks that. Some people think that. No, I don't think that. All right? I'm just breaking balls there, twinkle toes. Are the only gay guys, I'm just going to keep reading the rest of this for whatever fucking reason. Are the only gay guys who have been out to you really just hairdressers and interior decorators? Sir, how many examples are you going to give me? All right. Okay, I'm done with that. No, I don't think they're all like that. All right, so this is what I'll tell you. Yeah, I understand that some of you guys look like Mike Ditka and act like Mike Ditka, yet, you know, don't like Mike Ditka for the same reasons I do. I understand that, sir. I think a lot more people do understand that. You know, yeah, there's all kinds of stereotypes out there, all right? Look at me for the redheaded male, you know? You think I don't want to be a fucking, you know, star in an action movie and be the guy who knows every type of karate and kick the shit out of people and shoot the gun? Do you think they're ever going to give that role to a fucking freckled-faced, pasty, redheaded jackass like me? They're not. All right? Who am I going to be? I'm going to be the guy who needs to be rescued or the guy who's good with computers. All right? We all got a fucking axe to grind, sir. All right? So maybe you were just checking in. Maybe you were just making sure. You know, I didn't even get his joke. A really gay question. Like, I'm going to say that question was gay. You see what he's doing? He was, like, mocking me and showing his sense of humor at the same time. You see that? He was testing my intelligence while flirting. I had a gay question last week. I said, what do you call a group of gay men? This gay guy says, evidently they're called a giggle. A group of gay men are called a giggle. No, they're not. There's no fucking way all gay guys call a group of gay men giggles. You know who call that? Douchebags who happen to be gay. I'm sure that they say that. A giggle. Go fucking blow someone. I swear to God, if I was ever to have the charisma of a mass murderer, that's who I would kill. Douchebags. All groups would be allowed to stay around. But you would have to prove to me that you weren't a douchebag. And if you, then who would you make fun of? Gay men age well because they don't have to deal with women. That was another question I had from last week. If you guys are wondering, this podcast sucks. You know, it's just fucking weird. Anyways, the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, that's just sort of the option now in public where it's like if that's the situation now when you get into a fight. Either you fight and you lose or you win and you get sued. Dude, I'm really sorry about my throat this week. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Like, did you guys see, did I talk about, I'm so fucking out of it. Jersey Shore? Was that 2 weeks ago? This past week. This fucking guy starts talking to one of the castmates, all right? And he at a bar, and he's trying to cause a fight. He's just begging for a fight. And the kid keeps telling him, you know, I don't want to talk to you, leave, go away. And it finally escalates into a fight. And the kid from the Jersey Shore fucking mauls the kid. Gets on a couple of knees, the classic bar fight. It ends up on the ground, and the other guy's getting noogies to the back of the head, right? You guys know what noogies are? Is that an East Coast thing? Those are those short little quick punches that are just pretty much knuckle-based. It's like the Bruce Lee 1-inch punch without the power. He's just sort of rapping on your head like it's a door. And now, evidently, that kid's getting sued. It's like, for what? Because he won the fight? The other kid wanted to fight. I don't know. I think it's fucking stupid. And then, of course, his girlfriend was really the one provoking it because the guy was ignoring him and the girlfriend kept talking shit. Of course she does. Of course she talks shit because she doesn't have to fight him. It was hilarious. So then when they go to square off, the other guy's girlfriend actually starts walking up to the Jersey Shore kid and it's just just standing there scratching at his face.
And what's funny, she's doing it with one hand, and her other hand is just hanging down at her side. She doesn't have it up, blocking that side of her head. She doesn't need to, because she knows he's not going to hit her. So the other girl causes the fight, escalates it to a fight, and then the other girl gets to walk up and just sort of take swipes at this kid's face. Then the two guys fight. The fight ends. The Jersey Shore kid gets up, and then the fucking Jersey Shore girl's going, oh my God. And the kid's going, get the fuck away from me. You caused that. And at one point, I got to back up here. At one point during the fight, he's going, honey, stop it. Just stop talking to the guy. And she wouldn't. So he pushed her. Not hard, just pushed, where you kind of go over a step and a half. And I swear to God, she goes back to the house. And who ends up feeling like the victim? She does. And she starts crying, and I'm sitting there saying to my girlfriend, you watch. She caused this fight. This guy just rolled around on the ground with this guy, and for all you know, the guy's like a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's going to fucking rip his ear off or stab him or God knows what. He's rolling around on this, he actually gets punched in the fucking face, and now, I swear, the girl's crying about it. The girl who caused it is crying, and I said to my girl, you watch, he's going to end up apologizing, and of course, he does. And she's sitting there going, you traumatized me when you pushed me. Fucking, I just, I don't understand it. I guess I'll give the guy a pass because he's young. I was just waiting to be like, I traumatized you? Really? You just caused a fucking fight. And not only that, as I'm fighting the guy, the other girl's chick is coming in, fucking hit me in the head, and you did nothing. I have the urge to make a pumpkin pie this week. I want to practice before the holidays. Ginger scumbag. Bill, I've been a fan of yours for 15 years. Okay, so you guys got that? This guy has been a fan of mine for 15 years. So for 15 years, this guy has been following me, enjoying things that I'm doing. All right? This guy's locked in for 15 years. The people that work hard every day and spend their hard-earned cash, that's kind of redundant, sir. If you work hard, then you have hard-earned cash. All right? If you got an easy job, then you'd be spending your fucking titty money, right? Bill, just read the fucking email. All right. Just having fun. Bill, I've been a fan of yours for 15 years. The people that work hard every day and spend their hard-earned cash to see you have been really disappointed. This is one of the classic things when people complain. Rather than just complaining for themselves, they act like they're standing in front of like a zillion people and they go, relax, attention everyone. I will send the email and will convey all of your feelings. Get on with your day. Relax. I will handle it. So evidently he has all of these people are disappointed in me. He said the people that follow you and made you who you are. They made me, people. I didn't work hard on stand-up. I was just standing there, and they all said, hey, you, we have decided to make you and who you are. So said it be said, so said it be done. He said, you have made dates all around the country and then canceled them when Hollywood calls you to do a part. That's exactly what happened. I picked up the phone. I said, hello. They said, this is Hollywood here. We're calling you to do a part, see? The people that go to your shows and made you, aren't making a tenth of the money that you make, but they pay to see you. Hey, Ginger Boy. Without these fans, your illiterate ass would be working at McDonald's at best. Now, I take offense to that, sir. Okay? Without my fan base, I would not be working at McDonald's, you son of a bitch. I would be unloading trucks in a warehouse. Get it straight. He goes, you're a scumbag, B-A-G-E. You're a scumbag. And I hope every fan realizes what you are and stops going to your shows. I will never listen to your shows or podcasts again and will tell everyone to do the same. You are the typical sellout to Hollywood. Fucking disappointment. I know you won't have the balls to read this on your podcast. Instead, you will read a letter from a 20-year-old guy confused about his girlfriend's sexuality. This is the best part here. You're a real cunt. Fuck you and everything you do. That's one of the greatest endings. One of the greatest endings to any email I ever got. You're a real cunt. You're the real deal. If you tip over your cunt, you see the stamp of approval from the cunt factory. And then it's just not fuck you. It's fuck you with everything you do. Even when I go to the grocery store, yeah, that too. Fuck you when you're picking out apples. Jesus Christ, sir. You made me? Did I have anything to do? Did I do anything? Did I work? Did I not fucking go on stage and eat my balls learning how to do this? I guess you did. Well, listen, I just want to thank you for making me. Without your hard work of going through, I mean, I can't imagine how many how many people live in this country. I just can't imagine when you're just going through the mug book trying to figure out who you've decided will become a professional comedian. That just is, and the fact that you also have a day job during the time where I guess you're grossly underpaid. I mean, that's just incredible to me. Sir, what the fuck do you want from me? Let me ask you this. Okay? If Hollywood called you and asked you to be in a movie, you're going to say no? You're going to say no. All right? And like you told your mom, hey, listen, Mom, don't worry. I'll come over and I'll clean up your yard this Saturday. All right? And then all of a sudden Hollywood comes to call and says, hey, do you want to pretend you're a lot tougher than you are and get into a gunfight and get shot by, I don't know, whoever your favorite actor is? You're going to say, no, I have to go, I got to stick with, you've never broken a fucking, you know what, fuck that. Even like a playoff game comes along, you've never fucking had to change a schedule. Sir, I had to cancel some dates. I didn't cancel them, I rescheduled them. The fuck do you want from me? You want me to stay in the strip malls for my entire career? Telling jokes? I did that. I'm trying to fucking, you know. And all these movies do is make more people know who I am, so more people come out to my shows so I can keep writing more hours and having a good time. All right? I don't even know why I'm talking to you. You said you're never going to listen to my shit again. Right? Are you a man of your word? After you're saying I'm not a man of my word, if you're actually listening to this, then you're a fucking hypocrite. All right? What's the matter? Huh? Jesus Christ. You fucking pissed on your sweatpants this week. I don't know what the fuck that was all about. You didn't even say what it was. You made dates all around the country and then canceled them. What the fuck are you talking about? I had one tour I had to move around, and I fucking did the first 2 dates. Then I've made up 1, 2, 3 since then and added another one that wasn't even on that original tour. So go fuck yourself. All right? All the tickets are honored, and if you can't make that date, you get it refunded. Jesus Christ. You know, that tour that I was going to do, I was just going to land in Boise, you know, jump on a bus and knock them all out in 10 days. Now, because that whole thing blew up, now I got to get on it. You know, it's like an extra 10 airplane rides. You don't hear me bitching? Do you? You fucking cunt. You're a real cunt, and fuck you and everything you do. That was worth it. That was worth him getting mad. That's fucking tremendous. Sir, you know what? As much as you disappointed me, you're a real disappointment. You fucking jerk off. You've liked me for 15 years, one canceled fucking gig, and now you're saying fuck me and everything I do? I make that pumpkin pie this week. You're saying fuck the pie too? That's a part of it. You're saying fuck America if you're saying fuck pumpkin pie. But I am a real cunt. I can't argue that. You know something? Can somebody please put that on a T-shirt? You're a real cunt. Fuck you and everything you do. Just to have that just out there. Just written. That's really tremendous. All right, annoying father-in-law. Dear Bill, I'm a pretty well-rounded guy. All right, let's fucking right out of the gate. This guy's patting himself on the back. I'm not a complete stiff, but I'm also not a flake. Wait a minute. Dude, those are both bad things. You know? I'm not a jerk, but I'm also not an asshole. I'm not a complete stiff, but I'm also not a flake. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Anyways, I have my shit in order. When you work hard to have your life together, the last thing you want is someone telling you stuff you don't need to hear about when you're supposed to be doing, or what you're supposed to be doing with your life and money. My father-in-law is this person in my life. All he cares about is the market, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, IRAs. He actually wrote bongs instead of bonds. All he talks about is watching his money grow and how I should be saving everything so I can live rich when I'm older. The thing is, I do save aggressively. I'm doing just fine. Recently, I booked a trip to Greece to surprise my wife for our 3rd wedding anniversary. On our first date, she said she always wanted to go to Greece. I told her she'd get there within 5 years. That was just under 5 years ago. Look at you. You're a man of your word. It seems like I came through clutch here. Her father, on the other hand, said it was not the right time because of the exchange rate, safety of traveling abroad, and anything else he could throw in there. How do I respond to him? Do I laugh it off and just wait till he talks shit again and live with it? Or do I pull him aside and let him know I don't want to hear his shit anymore? Thanks. I would do both. I would experimenting with laughing it off at first. And if he keeps coming at you, at some point you just got to take him aside. You know? And just be like, listen, I would actually talk to your wife about it first, just to tell her that you're going to do it, just in case he comes at her with his fucking story of like, I was just trying to help it, and he just browbeated me. I would just say, you just say to your wife, like, listen, I know your father means well, but, he's always talking to me about my finances, our finances, and that type of thing, all right? I know he's very smart with money and that type of thing, but I also feel like I'm smart with money in my own way, all right? And I've saved my money, and we can afford this, and we're young, and you're beautiful, and you want to go to Greece, and I'm taking you because I love you, all right? But I got to be honest with you. If your dad keeps opening his yap, I'm going to fucking shove a dinner roll in it. Are we cool? All right. What are we watching tonight? Real Housewives, or are we going to watch a little sports? Whose night is it? There you go. And then you're out. But at some point, yeah, you got to sit down. If you do have an annoying person like that in your life, you really do. You got to sit down with them. And you have to do it. I do it in a restaurant. Take them out to lunch, so there's no option for any screaming and yelling. And just lay it on the line. You just got to say to them, like, listen, I love your daughter more than anything in the world, and you have to know that I'm going to take care of her. All right? And then it'll be, right after that, you catch him off guard because he knows it's a fucking deep conversation. He wasn't ready for it. You're ready. All right? And just say, listen, I know you're concerned about her well-being. Of course you are. You're a great dad. All right? But I am saving money, and we are going to be fine. I just do it a little bit different than you. Your daughter has always wanted to go to Greece, and I would rather take her now in the prime of her life than bring her over there when we're both, walking around with dentures and canes, okay? I want her to enjoy this before we have kids and blah, 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 blah. And this is what I'd like to do, and I need you to respect that. And I appreciate your comments about our finances, but I don't, how do you say this part? I would just say, listen, I will come to you because I know you know what you're doing. But if I am having a problem financially, which I am not, but if I am, you are the first person I will come to with advice. Okay? Until then, I don't want to hear another fucking word. How the fuck you do it? Smooth it out. That's basically what you do.